still going here, but the announcement is made. Jerry Jarrett standing on the scaffold. 2 fingers raising victory on both sides. A great win for him. $5,000 and a great championship. This match has finally come to a head between Jerry Jarrett and Don Green. And you may have heard the announcement a little while ago that it seems that Don Green may have broken his arm. Well, that's the end of a match, ladies and gentlemen. I've never witnessed a match like it before. It's been a great match. It's been a great match, and Don Green's still laying in the ring. Now I believe we're going to have to cut off and get some help to get him back to the dressing room. So we hope you've enjoyed this. We hope you've enjoyed the great match. People seem to be pleased that he's hurt, but we're going to see what we can do right now. So this is Bob Seymour, your commentator and ring announcer, signing off.
Didn't hurt none!
I gave him a flower, he wouldn't even accept it. I gave him a flower, he threw it away. You're dead! Hey, baby, you're in hell! I gave him a flower and sympathy, and I done it, he threw it away. Let's go.
Are you crying because you lost? Let's go. Come on. Push him out of here. Let's go. Push him back up that aisle.
Sir Clements has come out from the dressing room as Don Green hasn't returned. He's been the manager, Don and Al Green's manager, for a long time, and he's come out from the dressing room, I guess, to help the man back to the dressing room. But once again, Jerry Jarrett's won the match. Jerry Jarrett's won the match. You know what the stipulations were, and the referee seems to think that this man, Don Green's arm is broken. His manager's come to help him.
Mr. Wrestling 2 match, and boy, what a match as it's been. 15 minutes past with 45 minutes to go. Mr. Wrestling 2 down on the floor as Lawler has put him back there, but not before in the early stages of the match. Mr. Wrestling 2 has really let Lawler know that he is in for one of the toughest bouts of his life. Mr. Wrestling 2 back in the ring again, almost with one leg hanging on the rope, and Lawler going to work on him. The referee walks over and taps Lawler on the shoulder. He calls for the bell to be rung. He is disqualifying Jerry Lawler. Lawler does not realize at this time that the referee has disqualified him and raises the arm of Mr. Wrestling 2, and Sam Bass is livid. He comes screaming in. The referee explaining that he saw him up on the top rope and dropping with that elbow. Lawler and Bass go after Mr. Wrestling 2 now. They appear to be trying to take the mask off of him. He is the winner. He gets outside the ring and Sam Bass follows him. Mr. Wrestling 2 scrambles back into the wrestling ring as Lawler picks a chair up and clubs him over the head. Lawler figures he's already been disqualified. There's not a whole lot else the referee can do to him in this match. They're tearing at the mask, and the referee's trying to get him off of Mr. Wrestling 2. Mr. Wrestling 2 not going to be sitting there idly by as he storms both Bass and Lawler. And there goes Sam out of the ring. Lawler hit him a real shot in the head with that chair with Sam holding him. Mr. Wrestling 2 had broken away from Sam. And while he is at his back turn, Lawler tagged him one. The referee reaffirms that Lawler is disqualified in somewhere in the vicinity of 17 and a half minutes. Mr. Wrestling 2, the winner of the match, Jerry Lawler, heading out of the ring, the loser, despite the enthusiasm.